Hello, everyone. I'm Hu too. Welcome to the third part of the Freedom Tetralogy, the Shawshank Redemption and Freedom. The Shawshank Redemption has long held the top one on IMDb's favorite movie list. I've seen many reviews that are mostly based on the scenes of hope, patience, and perseverance. So I won't go into the plot details here. Instead, I'd like to share my feeling about watching The Shawshank Redemption and some of its metaphors. You might start with the question, why is the movie called The Shawshank Redemption? The Shawshank is the name of the prison, so why isn't it called Andy's Redemption or simply Redemption? Andy is innocent. He ends up in a prison where few admit their guilt. Through his charm and financial expertise, Andy provides significant help and positive influence to the guards, especially benefiting the warden. Andy also performs many touching deeds in prison. He risks his life to convince the fearsome guards to get beers, enjoying a brief moment of freedom on the rooftop. He shows unyielding courage against sexual harassment from other inmates, persistently lobbying the legislature. He ultimately secures ongoing funding to establish a prison library. He also shares beautiful music with other prisoners, allowing them to feel like a free man within the oppressive walls, even though it lands him in solitary confinement for 2 weeks. It's worth noting that solitary confinement is extremely painful. Long-term isolation in the no-noise, dark environment can easily lead to hallucinations and mental breakdown. Andy helps a fellow inmate learn a language from scratch and pass a degree exam. With his intelligence and relentless effort, he breaks through the thick prison walls and escapes, ultimately gaining his personal freedom. On his journey to personal freedom, Andy's charisma transforms his fellow inmates' outlook, toppled the warden's oppressive regime, changes the entire prison's status quo, and redeems Shawshank Prison. Much like Christ, resurrection changed society. The movie consistently suggests that the key to redemption lies in the Bible and God. Salvation lies within, a scene repeatedly hinted at throughout the film. First, Andy is innocent, yet ends up in a prison full of criminals, akin to Christ, who was without sin but willingly take on the sins of humanity. Second, the warden used the Bible to exert his dictatorship, making it clear from the inmate's arrival that he and the guards hold absolute authorities in the prison, portraying himself as the guard of the Shawshank. Third, Andy's hammer, used to chisel through the prison wall, is hidden inside the Bible, starting from the book of Exodus, which recounts Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt, driven by God's power to free them from slavery. The Bible not only fails to sustain the warden's dark regime, but became the key to rebellion. Fourth, the film constantly touched on the theme of confession. Initially, none of the prisoners admit their guilt, except Red, who acknowledged his crime. Before escaping, Andy tells Red that he felt guilty for not understanding his wife better and failing to communicate, feeling responsible for her death. This confession signifies his resolve to embark on his daring escape. Andy's confession is key to his redemption. Fifth, Andy's experience directly impacts his friend Red. Throughout Red's parole hearings, we see his transformations. Eventually, he genuinely recognized his youthful error. He no longer possesses a threat to society, but has also become deeply institutionalized by prison life. Upon release, Red, following Andy's prearranged plan, avoids the fate of a suicide, akin to following Christ's guidance and find freedom. Here, we must mention the core Christian concept of confession and repentance. Only by humbly confessing our ignorance and pride before mighty God and acknowledging our inner sins can we attain freedom. 6. And his journey through the sewage pipe mirrors Christ's path bearing the cross, both about the same length. And he changed the entire prison, just as Christ changed the course of history. Even the word history in English is his story, indicating that without God, there's no history. Living in a society under dictatorship is like living in a large prison, where everyone gradually becomes institutionalized. The key to freedom lies in recognizing God in the Bible. Acknowledging God is the first crucial step towards personal freedom. And the most challenging step is confessing and repentance. By believing in God's power and wisdom, sincerely repenting before God, humbling ourselves, recognizing our limitations, and striving our personal freedom, we can help those around us. Love our neighbors as ourselves, and influence our relatives and friends. By spreading God's wisdom, we can bring about societal change, just like Andy, who redeemed Shawshank Prison. In my next video, I will continue with the fourth part of the Freedom Tetralogy, a brief history of China. Please follow, like, and share. Thank you.